Salute, and welcome to the Real Big Fruit Podcast. I am your host, Big Fruit, Michael Jordan of recording, also known as the voice of the streets, but better known as the glue, because I try to keep things together and keep them in a proper perspective. What y'all doing up early this morning? Y'all already know what it is. For Monday morning, get the week started. It's an early one, so if you in your car listening to Big Fruit, you drive safe. If you at home checking me out on the big screen, you already know what it is. When you pull up, you smash the like button, you like, comment, and share. This is my weekend recap. First and foremost, let me say it's been doing nothing but raining. It's raining right now. So the weekend was almost dampened because of the weather. But the weather held up, and we started our weekend off Saturday with a hibachi dinner, a Mother's Day hibachi dinner at Brooklyn Mo Crib. We thought it was going to rain on us, but the weather held up and we had a great time. You know what I'm saying? I popped out with the wife, you know what I'm saying, and my daughter. We was out there rocking that Wild Bunch merchandise. Shout out to little Donnie and the Wild Bunch. We had a great time at Brooklyn Mo House with the hibachi. Yeah, the hibachi, all that fly shit that went down Saturday. And then yesterday was Mother's Day, man. I got so much rest yesterday, so much wanted rest. I couldn't believe it. I slept so much, man. I got up early this morning feeling rejuvenated because I got all that rest. You know what I'm saying? Working out, ripping and running. I be tired. My body be tired. So I needed that rest, and it came in good yesterday. Wifey just let me sleep. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? I took care of her for Mother's Day, and she just let me sleep. So we chilled out. Because like I told you, the weather is horrible. Also, over the weekend, I wasn't able to attend the Prince Miller Supreme Team Welcome Home Party, but a couple of my peoples pulled up. I seen a couple of my OGs in the building as well. Shout out to my OG Robo Just from Queens. You already know what it is. Robo was in the building. I seen Robo in the building. Also, bow-legged Ramel from Queens. I seen Ramel in the building. You know what I'm saying? Those are my OGs out of Queens. I didn't see Nacy and I didn't see Green Out Born. I probably got to get some better footage. But shout out to my brother Wadu. You know what I'm saying? My brother Wadu, Brownsville, Reddit. You know what I'm saying? My brother Wadu always was on deck. You know what I'm saying? Always on deck. He was at the event, and he made sure I got some footage. You know what I'm saying? He made sure he gave me a rundown on what's going on. The event was a success, first and foremost. Let me say that. Welcome home, Prince Miller. You know what I'm saying? You've been home for a few months. I like the way you laid low, and then you had your party. That was dope. And it was a success. It was a success. It wasn't no fights. It wasn't no violence. It wasn't no hiccups with security. There was no riffraff from the people that was there. You know what I'm saying? The performances was great. Nas performed, Jada performed, then they performed together. Then they threw a little old school shit up in there. You had Driz from the Black Sheep. He performed. And then you know what he did? Reminiscent. I know y'all all seen the old video. It's an old video of one of Prince's birthday parties. Old video when them niggas is all suited up in the 80s chilling, and he had Melly Mel on stage. That was big back then, right? Yo, Prince brung Melly Mel back. And Melly Mel tore it up for 2025 for Prince Miller. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? So my brother Wadu let me know it was a great event. You know what I'm saying? He said it was a good thing they changed the location because that location was dope. You know what I'm saying? If you remember, they had one location, then Prince had to come double back and tell us that new location, same time. You know what I'm saying? So the second location was a hit. And like I told you, I had some people on deck for that. You know what I'm saying? I had people on deck for that for more than one reason. I had people on deck for that because I said, yo, I want you to go and let me know if you see this nigga there because I almost pulled up for that. If it wasn't Mother's Day weekend, I would have pulled up for that, hoping I would have seen this nigga up in there. You know what I'm saying? But I had peoples up in there looking for niggas. And nah, niggas ain't pull up to that. Niggas ain't take a chance. Fruit might be there. You know what I'm saying? But Prince had a great turnout. A great turnout. Oh, man. Great turnout. Word to mother, man. I wish I could have been there and represent the Real Big Food Podcast. But like I said, my brother Badu lined me up with some flicks and some footage, so it's all good. Shout out to Wadu, Brownsville veteran. That's my guy. Also, man, I'm going to elaborate some more on this event because I see certain YouTube channels criticizing the event. They criticizing the event because they're saying we're glorifying a man who did so much time for so many bad things. First and foremost, you're never glorifying a man who went through a struggle like that, went to prison, changed his life, and came home and had something to offer to the community. So you're not glorifying him. I think you're acknowledging him, and I think we're putting him to the test, saying, okay, we're celebrating you now. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's about glorifying them. You know what I'm saying? But we need to acknowledge when brothers do all that time and come home and still be sane. We need to acknowledge that. So I don't think it's nothing wrong with family and friends celebrating a person that make their return home from an incarceration stint, especially a 20 or 30-year incarceration. Also, I'm seeing the YouTubers say that the event was you had to get dressed up, and if you wanted to take pictures, the pictures was $250. My man Wadu ain't tell me none of that shit, son. The niggas put some clothes on. He said, definitely, we put some clothes on, niggas stepped out. Everybody stepped out. Shit, Jadakiss was the only motherfucker in there, army fatigued out. Everybody else was suited and booted. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to young Preem, Lil Preem. He looked good. He had that white tux on with that black bow tie. He was looking good. You know what I'm saying? The OG Prince was looking good. So everybody had to put some clothes on. He said that in the video drop. So why complain about it when you show up at the door? And as far as for the photos, man, my brother Wadu said ain't nobody charging no $250 for no photos. And if they did, it probably was the professional photographer. It probably was a professional photographer, and God knows how many pictures you got in the package or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But even if they did charge for the photos, that professional photographer must be paid. How you think he get his money? You know what I'm saying? So everything costs money these days, and people be complaining. You go to the club, yo, they charging this much, yo, they charging that much. You knew that before you stepped out the house, you was gonna go spend some money, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Prince for not only having a great party, but he got to it. You know what I'm saying? He utilized the party. He utilized his party to not only bring business to the establishment, but not only to bring business to the vendors that was working there, as far as the photographer and things of that nature, or the videographer. Them people need to be paid. So there was nothing wrong with a cover charge at the door. There's nothing wrong with that. And if they're selling photos, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You already know, $250 for a photo. Yeah, $250 for a photo, son. This is a baller alert. This is a baller alert. We want all the ballers from New York City in here. We want the ballers in here. Y'all remember what the Supreme team did? They balled out. So you can't come up in here talking about $250 is too much. They used to sneeze at $250. Don't do them like that. You know what I'm saying? People out there criticizing that event. Like I said, that event was great. They had a beautiful event. They had live performances. Everybody was dressed to impress. Wasn't no violence. Wasn't no altercations. Wasn't no hiccups at the door of security. Security didn't have to manhandle nobody. None of the people that visited the location got drunk and started acting crazy. It was a beautiful event. So shout out to Prince Miller of the Supreme team. Welcome home. Shout out to Eric B for being the host of that event. You know what I'm saying? Eric B was in the building, and he cut his braids. He looked totally different without his braids, kid. I was like, yo, who the fuck is that? Like, Eric B. I'm like, wow, he looked crazy different. But yeah, Prince Miller had a great turnout, son. Mother's Day weekend. That probably dampened some of the patrons from showing up. But let me tell you something, man. My peoples was in the building, and they said it was lit. So shout out to Wadu. I'm looking forward to some more of them, some more footage. I'm looking forward to some more photos, some personal shit. You know what I'm saying? He sent me a joint of him and Jadakiss. That was dope. And while you out there shaking hands and hugging babies and all that shit, kissing babies, you gotta let niggas know they got to come through the Real Big Fruit Podcast. You already know that. You already know that. So I ain't gonna yell and scream at you about it. But you gotta put that work and let them know, yo, y'all got to pull up. You know what I'm saying? That would be a good look. Another alley-oop from another comrade. That's a blessing. But yeah, like I said, man, you know, I come through 6 minutes, Dougie. I say what it is and say what it ain't. Jay Perez was popping. Yo, Jake was popping. I come through, say what it is and say what it ain't, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we had a great Mother's Day weekend. It's kind of quiet, you know what I'm saying? But we enjoyed ourselves. Me and Brooklyn Mo always link up and do what we do. Speaking of linking up with Brooklyn Mo, y'all already know the birthday bash is going down. Y'all already know the birthday bash is going down. The Big Fruit birthday bash, Saturday, June 14th at After 9 Bar and Lounge, 5718 Albemarle Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, on the east side. Y'all already know what is going down. It will be a birthday bash, bottle fest. If you're not trying to buy bottles, don't come. Don't come. Because I'm trying to win this competition. We're going to go section for section. Brooklyn Mo going to be the host. He going to get on the mic and he going to give you the rundown. It's not about an individual who buy the most bottles, unless you got a Reggie Jackson up in there or Barry Bonds and they want to knock it out the park for Dolo. But we're going to do sections. We're going to do section for section for section for section for section. Whatever section ring off with the most bottles, that section will be able to choose a person in their section to represent them and take home that championship trophy. I'm representing my section. Straight jacket. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if I pull up. Yo, Jay Perez, that would be dope. Yo, Jake, that shit with more chips than pass, man. You keep asking about that shit. That shit is over. You know what I'm saying? That was an event a few months ago. We talking about a new event going down. The birthday bash for Big Fruit, aka Bottle Fest, Saturday, June 14th at After 9 Bar and Lounge, 5718 Albemarle Road on the east side. Make sure you pull up. Your uptown was popping. Yeah, it's going down, son. We're going to do what we do. We're going to have a great time. You know what I'm saying? Great time for that Big Fruit birthday bash. Also, let me make mention, this is the week we will be interviewing none other than Shabon, Brooklyn's own, LG's finest. Shabon from Brooklyn. Shabon, author and publisher of Dewey Publications. That is my guy. We've been vibing for the past month. Yeah, that nigga gave me homework, son. He made me read, but I'm not mad because reading his memoir let me know who he is, because I always had questions. When I first did the St. Laz, I was like, yo, shop on. Nigga was like a ghost. You see him 1 minute, you see him next minute, you don't. When I used to see him, he pull up rap star shit. Rap chick, heavy on the jewels, whip, rolly. And this is in 1990, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, who the fuck is this? And he's my homegirl niece. He like, that's my brother. Okay, damn, he got another brother. He looked just like her, but I'm saying to myself, I didn't watch him run through these projects. Who is he? Now I understand what it was about reading that memoir. So I want to thank Shabon for enlightening me on his history. That was dope. But like I said, this week is the interview of Shabon. Probably be a Thursday or Friday night. His time based on his schedule. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I told you, we going to ring off with that Big Fruit Birthday Bash Bottle Fest 2025 at After 9 Bar and Lounge, 5718 Albemarle Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, on the east side. Once again, it will be a Big Fruit Birthday Bash / Bottle Fest. Get your money right. Get your money right. Because the homies was like, yo, son, we going to come up in here and just give you all the bread, let you go crazy. All right. I'm going bottle after bottle after bottle after bottle. I want that trophy. Nobody's supposed to win that trophy on my birthday but me. So we going to get this shit right. Yo, Mott's peace to the God. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get this shit right. Big Fruit going to go home with that trophy, that Bottle Fest trophy. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to jump on here and talk about the Prince Miller welcome home party that they had in New York City over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? It was well deserved. Absolutely. That event was well deserved for the OG Prince Miller. And like I said, it was a success. There was no violence. There was no hiccups. There was no incidents. It was a success. You know what I'm saying? Everybody came out dressed and impressed. They had a great time. Jadakiss performed, Nas performed, and Melly Mel came out there and performed on his brolic shit. You know, Melly Mel, he dropped and do 50 push-ups in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So they had a great time. Like I said, man, pay that noise no attention, man, when they criticizing the event, talking about it was a dud or it was too expensive or they glorified a criminal. Listen, man, don't pay that noise no mind. You know what I'm saying? Pay that noise no mind. You know what I'm saying? It's time for the real to be free. It's time for the real to give back to their community. And it's time for the real to move on with their lives. You know what I'm saying? Real ones are back in style. Real ones are back in style. Straight jacket. The haters, the suckers, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that did wrong and they can't show their face, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas is back in style, and that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, your boy Big Fruit gonna get up out of here. It's time for me to hit the road and go chase this check. Yeah, I'm putting in crazy overtime at the gig for the rest of the month because we trying to go crazy with this birthday back. Yeah, I'm working for bottle money. Word the mother. I'm putting in this overtime for bottle money. I'm gonna go crazy in after 9, son. I'm bringing home that trophy. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Big Fruit. If you in your car listening to me on your way to work or on your way home from work, you drive safe. If you at the crib checking me out on the big screen, you already know what it is. Like, comment, and share. And most definitely subscribe. Spread the word. The Big Fruit Podcast is the livest podcast. The Real Big Fruit Podcast is the realest podcast. This is where it's at. This is where the moves is made. This is where you're going to come across authentic people. And this is what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got Shabon this week. We'll probably do Miz next week. We still got Bogart out of Brooklyn. I still got Mario Machete out of Brooklyn. I still got Popsy, a.k.a. Dr. Legend, out of Brooklyn. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's really going down. And I got a phone call this morning while I was setting up from the OG Punch. And he was like, yo, I'm sitting here. He punched me up early in the morning, working out and shit. He was like, yo, you just woke up? I said, yo, I'm trying to turn my computer on. He said, I just came out the gym. God damn. So Punch be on it. And he was like, yo, I'm watching one of your old LG stories, man. He said, but you got to tell the real story. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What I do wrong now? He like, nah, son. It's a legacy before us. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, it's a legacy before the Punch, JR, Bush, boom. Okay, so you talking rest in peace, Asiatic, Big Urge, and Tall Prince, and Fleetwood Mac. Yo, he was fucked up. He said, yeah. I said, come on, man, I know my history. I just sprinkled it in from time to time, telling different stories, but I do know who carried the torch. Just like I know we got our reputation at LG off the knuckle check. LG was known for the knuckle check. All the OGs at LG could scrap. The names I named, Prince was boxing. Fleetwood Mac, dust you off. Asiatic, 52 King. Like, niggas from LG back in the days, Big Urge, dead on. Niggas knew how to scrap. That's what LG was known for. Fighting other housing projects. You know what I'm saying? Niggas from LG used to put it down. Then when it came around to the Punch and the JRs and all that shit, things changed. Niggas start hustling. Niggas start getting to the money instead of being cliques and crews out of LG. Niggas started getting to the money. So I do know my history. You know what I'm saying? He was a little surprised, but he said we gonna link up because he want to give me the real LG history so I could do another LG story for the people. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do. Listen, man, it's your boy Big Fruit. You know how I do. I come through 6 minutes, Dougie. I say what it is, say what it ain't. And right now, it's all about Prince Miller of the Supreme Team and that welcome home party. It was a bash. It was a success. And I want to salute him. I don't want to talk bad about him. I don't want to criticize him. I only want to salute him, welcome him home, and tell him, nice job. And on that note, it's your boy Big Fruit. I'm going to get up out of here until next time. Y'all know what it is. Salute.